Hello students of class plus 1. Today we will be starting our video for the numerical session based on chapter motion in a straight line from the unit kinematics. We will starting with the numerical which will clear you the concept of displacement and distance. In the very first numerical, it is given that in a figure, this is a figure, a particle, suppose a particle is initially at point A. So the particle moves along a circular path of radius r. Radius r is being given. It starts from point A. It starts its journey from point A and moves in an anti-clockwise direction, that is opposite to the direction of the clock. Find the distance of the particle at these 4 intervals, and also we have to find the respective displacement for all the 4 intervals. That's for discussion regarding the question. Now we will be starting with the solution of it. So if we consider the first part, A part belongs to which region? A to B. A to B region is this. Let me darken it. A to B region is this. So if the particle moves from A to B, firstly A part we are doing. In A part we have to find A to B distance and displacement. These two things we have to find. These two could have same value and these two could have different value, but in the question given to us it will hold the different value for both. Let us see how it will be different for both the things. Firstly we have to find distance. Distance is the path length. Distance is the path length. Now body travel from A to B. Body travel from A to B. A to B. During that, it cover how much portion of the circumference? If it is circumference for A part, B part, C part, and D part is the whole. D part is the whole. So it will cover 1/4 of the circumference, because this much portion, this and this makes the whole circumference. So it will be 1/4 of the circumference. 1/4 of the circumference. Circumference value is 2 pi r. So our answer will be pi r by 2. Pi r by 2. Since the units are being not mentioned to us, so we cannot write any unit related to that, but its value will be pi r by 2. Distance. Second, we will be finding out displacement now. Displacement we have to find out. That is the shortest path. That is the shortest path in the region. Now I will clear you in the diagram. What will be the shortest distance? The straight line A to B will be the displacement, since OA is the radius and OB is also radius. So always remember that diameter intersect each other at 90 degree. So this angle will be of 90 degree. So ABO will be a right angle triangle. So from here we can find the value of AB. AB is the displacement. AB straight line. That is the displacement. And this displacement is given by Pythagoras theorem. That is OB square plus OA square. Both are radius, so it will be under root of r square plus r square. It will be 2 times r square, so it will be equal to r root 2. Again, it is not mentioned any unit over here, so we need not to put any unit. So displacement for AB section and distance for AB section are clear now. So I will be writing over here, displacement for this portion is under root of r into under root 2, and distance over here is, for this particular first portion, is pi r by 2. Now we will be shifting to the second portion, that is A to C. A to C we are shifting to. Now we have to find distance and displacement both for A to C portion. A to C portion include this portion A and B portion complete. So A to C, firstly we will be finding distance. You can see that A to C, the half of the circle is completed. If I redraw over here, A to C, half of the circle is being completed. Half of the circle is completed, that means it is a semicircle. For semicircle A to C, the distance covered will be, the path length will be circumference of whole circle upon 2, because circumference of whole circle is 2 pi r, and for this A to C it form half circle, it will be pi r. Answer of distance will be pi r. Next, displacement we have to find. Displacement will be always a straight line. According to diagram you can say straight line AC, that is straight line A to C, that is AO plus OC, you can say. AO is also radius, OC is also radius, so R plus R will be 2R. So distance in the second portion, second part ABAC will be equal to the circumference, half circumference, that is semicircle circumference A to C. It form a half circle or semicircle, you can say. So distance in this case is pi r, and displacement is straight line distance, that is 2r. So we end up with two more portion we have to do. Next is we will be finding distance and displacement for the third part, that is A to D. Distance, now distance will be ABC portion, whole portion. Now you can easily observe it form the 3/4 part of the circle. So it formed 3/4 that of circumference of whole circle, that is 3/4 into 2 pi r. It come out to be 3/2 pi r. 3/2 pi r, because 2 and 4 cancel, it will be 2 in the denominator, 3/2 pi r. And displacement, again I am letting you know, it will be straight line AD. Now I am joining over here. It will be just similar to that of AB. It will be AD will be equal to under root of OD square plus OA square. Both are radius, so it will come out to be under root of R square plus R square, and the answer will come out to be R under root 2. So for the third portion, that is A to D, it will be, distance will be 3/2 pi r, and displacement will be R root 2. Now for the complete, that is last part we will be doing now. Now we have started doing the last part. Last part is complete one revolution. Complete one revolution means it starts from A and ends at A. One complete revolution, distance will be equal to circumference this time, that is 2 pi r, because it completed whole circle now in this fourth part, D part, and displacement will be 0 because initial and final point are same. Displacement will be 0 since it starts and end at A. Or you can write down initial and final point are similar, so the displacement will be 0. And so the fourth part answer is distance is 2 pi r and displacement is 0. So this was our first question. Next is a question in which a body travels from A to B at 40 meter per second and B to A at 60 meter per second. We have to find average velocity and average speed for it. Now we will first be showing diagrammatically. I will be first be showing to you A to B. This is the path A to B. It travel VAB at 40 meter per second. Since direction is being mentioned over here, that's why I have written velocity over here. Velocity B to A is 60 meter per second given to us. So obviously you can observe that AB is a equivalent distance. AB you can take it as AB is equal to BA. We can let it as S. Distance equal to S. SC जा रहा है बच्चे, it is traveling S and coming back S. Or you can observe now here there is velocity difference, so TAB will be, let us say, T1 and TBA will be T2. So we will now be considering the formula for average speed, then for average velocity. Average speed is total distance upon total time. Now for total distance, body travel first from A to B, B to A. Total distance will be AB plus BA and total time will be TAB and TBA, that is T1 and T2. T1 plus T2. Now AB and BA we have let it is equal to S, so sum of both will be equal to 2S. Now here we will be finding out the value of T1. T1 will be equal to, what is time basically? Time will be equal to distance upon speed. Distance is distance or upon velocity. You can say distance is S from A to B and time velocity is 40. So T1 will be S by 40 second and it will be S by 60 second. Now we will be putting the value over here of both the times, that is S by 40 plus S by 60. Now we will be calculating by taking the LCM in the lower denominator. Okay? Now it is having two things given to us over here, that is 60 and 40 we have been provided with that. We will be finding out first the LCM for that. So it is quite easy to find the LCM. So firstly check out over here, it is 40 given to us, over here it is 60 given to us. So in 40s and 60s table you cannot neglect 0. So we can easily find out over here that LCM could be 120. So common factor, least common factor LCM we are finding out. So 40 into 3 is 120 and 60 into 2 is 120. So 120 will be the LCM over here. So it will be over here 2S plus 3S plus over here it will be 2S and in numerator it will be 2S. So it will be 2S by 5S into 120. SS cancel and it will be making the calculation bit easy. That will be 24 meter per second. That will be 24 not, it will be 48. 12 into 4 will be 48. 48 meter per second will be your answer for the speed in this question. Now we will be finding out the displacement. Now to find out displacement, what we require displacement for? It is required for the velocity, that is total displacement upon total time. Now as you know, body is traveling earlier from A to B, B to A. So total displacement will be BA minus AB, that is 0. Obviously it goes like this and come like this, since displacement is a vector quantity. So we will be here subtraction of both values as s minus s. T1, no need to put the value of T1 T2 since numerator is 0, so it will completely be 0. So average velocity for the complete cycle like this, A to B and B to A, will be 0 meter per second. So hope this numerical is clear to you all. Now next is the very good question to understand the concept of average and instantaneous acceleration. Before finding the second and third part, we will have to find the first part first. So kindly pay attention to what this numerical, it is quite good numerical to understand the concept. Again I am repeating of these two things. Now we have been provided with velocity that will be a function of time as 2t square plus 5 centimeter per second we have been provided. We have to find the change in velocity for interval t1 equal to 2 seconds and t2 equal to 4 seconds. So v1 for t1 equal to 2 seconds is given as, by putting the value of time equal to 2 over here, 2 square plus 5, that is 4 into 2, that is 8 plus 5 will be 13 and units will be centimeter per second. And similarly we will be finding v2, that is t2, that is 4 seconds, that is 2 into 4 square plus 5. So 4 square is 16, 16 into 2 is 32, 32 plus 5 is 37 centimeter per second. We will be having the second velocity, that is v2 over here. v1 and v2 are there. Now first part we have to find the change in velocity. Change in velocity is given as v2 at t2 minus v1 at t1, that is equal to 37 minus 30, it will be 4 and it will be 2 over here. So 24 centimeter per second will be the change in velocity from the time t1 to t2, from the time t1 to t2. That is the first part. Now we will be doing the second and third part. So we will be now finding the average acceleration. Average acceleration is given as change of velocity upon change of time. So change of velocity we have already find in last part. v2 was 37 and v1 was 13. And t2 is given over here 4 minus 2. So it will be 24 by 2. It come out to be 12 centimeter per second square. Always remember, since it is acceleration, so the unit will be of acceleration. So this is the average acceleration. Now we will be finding out the instantaneous. For finding out the acceleration instantaneous, we have to differentiate the equation of velocity over here. Instantaneous is given as d by dt of v. So d by dt of v's value is 2t square, d by dt of 5. Now from here 2 is constant taken out of differentiation. The power will also come ahead, 1 power will reduce, and without power dt by dt will be 1, and here it is 5 constant, so constant differentiation is 0. We have already done the concept of differentiation many times in mathematical tool also. If still be having doubt, you can text me, you can WhatsApp me, you can ask me anytime. I can explain you the fact. So instant acceleration is given as over here is 4t. But we have been provided the time equal to 4 seconds. We have to put t equal to 4 seconds. So we will be putting 4 as a value of time, that will be 16 centimeter per second square. So the value of both the acceleration, that is average and instantaneous acceleration, is different, and both are a different concept. one is average, sorry, one is average, that is instantaneous. Average means overall acceleration if it increase or decrease somewhere. If we have to find out the instantaneous for t1 also, t1 is 2 second over here, it will be 8, 4 into 2 will be 8 and 16, that is at different instant of time. But this particular is of whole journey you can say the particle is traveling to how much journey, that is given by average acceleration, that will be for particular पूरे बच्चे जर्नी के लिए, and regarding instantaneous it is for particular time period. Likewise for T2 we have find out 16, it could be for T1 that could be 8 centimeter per second square. Do take care of the units whatever quantity you are writing. Thank you. Now the next question is very good question based on the distance concept for distance travel in n second. We have been provided that a body covered 12 meter in 2 seconds. Second means in that particular second, it does not include the distance up to 2 seconds, it is just for the second. Always remember that. And 20 meter in the 4th second, particularly 4 second. After that 3 to 4, that means जो 4 second है, in that it travel 20 meter. How much will be the distance covered in 4 second after the 5th second? That is you have to find the distance covered actually after the 5th second up to the 4th second next. That is for the 9th second you have to find out, but it will not include the distance up to the 5 second. So let me clear over here again. So the distance travel in a particular second, that is nth second, general formula is given as S nth is equal to u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1 is the formula for it. We have been provided that S secondly की बच्चे दिता होया, it is provided to you 12 meter, and for the 4th second it is given to us as 20 meter. So we will be putting the value in both over here of the formula, that is 12 equal to u is u and a is a over here, a by 2, and 2 into 12 second is 2 minus 1. Second we have to find out the distance, a by 2, it will be 3. And on the other side, that is for the 4th second, particularly 4th second, it will be u plus a by 2, 2 into 4 minus 1, 20 equal to u plus 7. Now we have been reduced to these two equations. Now we can find easily the value of u and a from here. What we will be doing? We will be subtracting first equation from second equation. Subtract first from second. So 20 minus 12 will be on the left side, and on the right side it will be u plus 7a by 2. 7 by 2 is 3.5. 3.5a minus of u. Minus sign will be over here, and minus 3 by 2, that is 1.5a. Now u and u will be cancelled over here. It will be 8 equal to 2a. And acceleration will be here, will be equal to, acceleration here will be equal to, a will be equal to 8 by 2, that is 4 meter per second square. It will be 4 meter per second square. Now we can put a's value in any of these two equations to find out u. We will be putting in first equation, 12 is equal to u plus 4 by 2 into 3. So it will be 2, 12 minus 6 will be 6 meter per second. That is the value of u and a. Now u and a we have find out, so these two values we require. These two values we require to solve the actual question, actual part, that is the distance will, what will be the distance covered in 4 seconds after the 5th second. Now the question say distance covered in 4 seconds. It is not the 4th second, it is 4 seconds after the 5th second. Distance covered in 4 seconds after 5th second. That means up to 5th second it does not require any distance we have to find out. But for finding out after 4 second, after 5th second, it will be 9 second. So distance in 9 second minus distance in moved up to the 5th second. So that we will be subtracting now. Particular seconds are there. So our formula will be changed. S at t is equal to ut plus half of at square. So we have to find that not particular second, it we have to find out for whole journey. That is for 9 second, 4 second after the 5th second. That is S9 will be equal to U. U over here is 6. 6 into 9 plus half of, in brackets we can write down A. A is 4. We have find out in the last step. And T square is 9 square. We will also be putting this in bracket and subtracting from it is for the 5 second, first 5 second value. We will be putting the value 6 into square bracket 6 into 5 plus half of 4 into 5 square. Now we will be doing the calculation. When we will be calculating it, these two will be cancelled. It will be 54 plus 81 into 2. 81 into 2 will be 8. This will be the answer over here. 81 into 2 will be 162 minus 30. Here also 2 cancel. 2 into 25 will be 50. It will be 80. Here it will be 216 minus 80. So when we subtract 80 from 216, it comes out to be 136. 136 meter. So this is the distance which the body will travel 4 seconds after the 5th second. That is 136 meter. Hope this question had made you clear the concept of nth second and distance of up to the time which is given in particular n second or particular total time period. Thank you. Now is the last numerical we are discussing for this session. A ball is thrown up and is caught by the thrower itself. After 4 seconds it was thrown. How high did it go? Height you have to find, and with what velocity it was thrown. Up to the first part we will be solving first, and then we will be finding out the second point, concept of the highest point 3 seconds after it was thrown. We will be finding later on. For the first concept, first part, we require to find out the velocity with which it is thrown. That is initial velocity we have to find, and height up to which it goes. Height we have to find out. Two things, initial velocity and height we have to find out for this particular question. Always remember that if a ball goes up and come down in time 4 seconds given according to question, so always remember that time of ascent is equal to time of descent. That is time of ascent is equal to time descent. That means time taken to reach the highest point and time coming to below again to that point is always equal. So time of ascent and time of descent both will be equal to 2 seconds over here, because both will be half the total time, because it is given that the ball is thrown from the observer and it reaches this point, highest point H, and comes back from that highest point to observer again. So time of ascent will be equal to time of descent. We will be now considering time of ascent and descent accordingly. So we require to find out the velocity with which it is thrown. At the highest point we have to find height also. So if we consider this velocity at highest point, at h will be 0, because at highest point it is 0. Initial velocity we have to find, that is not given to us, and time to reach highest point O2h. O2h it is time of ascent, that is 2 seconds given to us. So since body is moving up against the gravity, g will be here minus 9.8 meter per second square. If the value is not given, we have to take the standard value. If it would be given 10 over here, we can take the 10 value over here. So we will be applying this equation, v is equal to u plus gt. V is 0 and u we have to find out. U plus g is minus 9.8 and time is 2 seconds. So u will be equal to minus, will be changed to plus, that is 19.6 meter per second. This is the answer to the initial velocity with which the ball must be thrown up. Second part we are doing now of the first part, semi part, that is height. Height we have to find out. For that we will be applying the equation h is equal to ut plus half of at square. H we have to find out, u we have already find 19.6. Time taken to reach from O to H, time of ascent is 2 plus half of a, that will be minus 9.8, because it is against the gravity. O to H it is against the gravity. So t square will be over here 4, 2 to cancel, it will be 19.6 into 2 minus 19.6. So 19.6 can be taken common, 2 minus 1 is 1, so answer will be 19.6. and since it is height, so it is measured in SI unit meter according to the values given in the question. Now we will be trying to do the third part. Now we have to find out how far the third part we have to find how far it was it below the highest point 3 seconds after the ball was thrown. So kindly see over here, from O to H it takes 2 seconds, and from here H to O again it is time of ascent and time of descent. So both are 2 seconds. So from 3 seconds, 2 seconds it reaches when it was thrown to highest point. So it would be somewhere over here. Let us suppose at 3 seconds it will be at point P. It will be at point P. In this particular question, it want the distance, this HP. Below the H, how much it reached 3 seconds after the journey. From O to H, it reached the highest point. After that, highest point is at 19.6 meter. We have find out the height up to which it will rise in the last part. Now from H to B, we have to find out the distance. So for that, kindly notice that now the journey is from H to O. At highest point, the velocity is 0. For this, it was the final velocity, that was 0. Now it is coming back, so it has dropped from here, so initial velocity will be 0 over here. Now time from H to P will be 1 second. H to P will be 1 second. Why 1 second? Because 2 seconds it has already used to rise up from O to H. It has used 2 seconds. So only 1 second is left, that is H to P, that is 1 second. Now we have to find out the distance. Since journey is downward, so acceleration is acceleration due to gravity. Now it will be positive over here. So we will be putting the value for finding H, height from H to P, that is below the H according to question only. Kindly read it once again so that for better understanding the what actually this part is asking. 3 seconds after it was thrown below H, it is over here P point. So HP will be equal to UT plus half of 80 square, or u will be here 0, 0 into t. T you need not to put in first part because 0 into anything is 0. A is 9.8 and time here is 1 square. So it will be 4.9. So answer will be here 4.9 meter. So it travel 4.9 meter. Once it reaches the highest point, below the highest point, after 3 seconds it was thrown. So that's all for today's session. Kindly make sure that you practice a lot, since you have a plenty of time, plenty of exposure you can have from anywhere. You can have it from book, from the internets, from the videos, or from the lectures we have done in the Zoom classes. So kindly pay attention and kindly with the loyalty start doing the numericals of these topics which we have covered in motion in a straight line. Next video we will be putting soon, and thank you for kindly watching it.